just some general thoughts before we dive into specifics on this one tonight.
We played a solid defensive game today. Gave up too many in the third and fourth quarters, but our defense carried us for most of the game. Another game, forcing 24 turnovers, scoring 19 points off those turnovers in the second quarter. That's how we built our lead up to 10. Another game of foul trouble, which kind of took away our consistency. Offensively, got some kids back that had been out of practice the last couple of days, didn't shoot the ball particularly well. But as you saw in the fourth quarter, we finally start going downhill, finally start getting to the basket. I think the third quarter, too, we got into the bonus pretty early, and that was emphasized. We were settling for some jumpers when we knew they couldn't guard us off the bounce in there. We had certain individuals we wanted to attack, and we were settling. And then as we went down the stretch, we started attacking, and miraculously we got to the foul line. Still got to shoot the ball up better from the foul line. I think we finally crept up to 70%. Gave them way too many free throws, and then a kid came in and stepped up. We did a good job of limiting their top four scorers, but then you let a kid come off the bench and just manhandle you down low.
I mean, she'd only scored 33 points all year.
Total.
Does she, I mean, not to be flip, but does she even occupy a space in your scouting report? I mean,
she does. She does. Left shoulder turn. You know, I mean, she kept it simple. She kept it simple out there, and she stepped up for her team. Even more so than the 23 points. We kept stepping up off the penetration, giving her rebounds, which we said we weren't going to do. But it's frustrating, but that's the game of basketball. That's the mentality that you have to have. If somebody's down, next person has to step up, and that's what that kid did.
You look back on this stretch, you're up by 10 in the second quarter after Q hits her third three. And
yep.
You go to halftime, you're only up by 4. Is that a stretch where maybe if you had to do it over again, you'd maybe stress attacking even more, and it seemed like that might have been a stretch where your team settled too much for jumpers?
Yeah, no, it was emphasized. It was emphasized, but when you look down your bench sometimes in the week of practice we had, I'm probably playing some kids too heavy of some minutes, but we got to get the trust back of my bench, of them executing and doing the things that they had been doing where they can come in and spell, because when we did stretch that lead out, we gave a lot of energy, to get that lead. And I had already used the timeout. I thought I had lost the timeout on a challenge, but I didn't end up losing that timeout, which is why I didn't call another one as they start cutting into that lead. But during that stretch, we played our style of ball, and we stuck to the game plan, and we pushed like we wanted to.
What would you say about Kiara's performance tonight? I understand she was hurt a little bit at practice yesterday, and she came up and played the top of game she did, particularly how aggressive she was offensively in the first half.
She played about 5 minutes of practice, kind of went down with a nagging thing. We decided to hold her out, and Q came to me and she said, "Coach, I'll be fine. I can play," and I trust the kid to rest. I trust her to get the recovery that she needs. I trust her this morning. She's in doing preventative stuff and getting it done. But, again, Q is the heartbeat of our team. She's going to harass the ball. She's our only green light shooter right now in terms of she knows how to operate in space, and her catch and shoot three is consistent, and that's why she's one of the conference leaders in shooting it.
You were talking earlier in the year about the NBA, being a motto here. After a couple of losses and to start the league, you kind of look at NBA with a quick turnaround for the Saturday game.
You have to. We wanted to steal one of these 2 games that we came into, but you got to defend your home court, and we've already let one team come in here and take it, so we're going to have to go on the road and find one, but luckily we're at home, and you got to come in against a surging Valpo team that's playing pretty well right now, and you got to defend your home court. So next best action is the only option we got.
And you talked about Tuesday, how rebounding, it's all about effort. Today you guys got out-rebounded again. Was it the lack of effort, or was it because of the mismatch, the size down low?
It was just because we kept coming off of penetration. We kept giving up some penetration. we had the penetrators going in the direction that we wanted them to go. But our bigs kept stepping up, which we didn't. We wanted those kids to make those shots because as soon as you step up, they're able to dish, and it opens up rebounding. So some of those offensive boards that they got were uncontested because we kept rotating up, and we didn't have time to get that next person dropping down with the shooter in the corner. So not necessarily just the mismatch, but I got to get my post playing better. We're not playing well right now, and I have all confidence in them that they can turn this around and get back and start on the defensive end and not let things snowball for them. But it's just a confidence thing, and like I told our kids before, the game honors toughness, and I told them this game would come down to toughness, and we let pretty much one kid. I thought we kept everybody in check at good position, but we let one kid come off and just be a little bit tougher than we were.
How are you able to, or how can you, increase their confidence, knowing down low they're missing some, not open layups, but there's a lot of second chances where it felt like maybe it could have gone in if there was just another spin. How do you get that confidence back for them? What do you tell them?
I told them there's no secret to success. Every morning when I come in here, I hear the basketball bouncing, and I'm hoping it's one of our players. And I know exactly who it is, unfortunately. It's Xavier. And there's a reason Xavier is playing at the level that he's playing. His coaches aren't making him get up to get in the gym. We got to get in the gym. And we got 10 days roughly before school starts, so we'll go back to our individuals in between these quick turnarounds. But we got to be in the gym. There's nothing else more important right now than us going to church right now and basketball. That's all you got. That's all you got. You don't have any other responsibilities right now.